Okay, so we have 8 beats on the bass drum, just eighth notes essentially. And then we've got 3 beats wherever I want to put them, but I'm really going to focus on the hi-hat. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just like a 3/8 polyrhythm. I'm putting the snare drum mostly on the 3rd beat of those 3 beats, so I'm going. And then the ideas that I'm getting on top of that have to do with creating sort of a backbeat feel, and then turning that also into a bit of a 4/4 implied feel. So, you know, when we speed it up, okay, so the bass line is what really keeps me locked in and allows me to keep my place no matter what else I'm doing. So once I put the 3 beats on top of the 8 beats, then I can start to explore ways to get around the phrase and obscure it a little bit and not need to always come right back at the beginning of the phrase and make it really obvious. So once I lock my 3 beats on top of my 8 beats, I don't actually have to keep the 3s as 3 beats in that order. As long as I play this polyrhythm, I can do pretty much what else I want with it. So once I get the 8 beats going, and then I put the 3 beats on top of the 8 beats, I can kind of imply whatever else I want to imply without getting thrown off. And I can create this illusion of some other pulse happening, or some sort of, in this case, I feel like a metric modulation that isn't actually a metric modulation. So the first thing I started doing is turning my 3 beats into 6 beats, almost like turning a quarter note into eighth notes. So I'm starting with my 8 and 3. Now I'm going to turn the 3 into 6. Now once that's going, it doesn't have to be 8 to 6. As long as I'm locked into this polyrhythm, I can count these 6 beats however I want. So this is when I start to imply the 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I admittedly use an unscientific method when it comes to polyrhythms. I know where the pulse is, I know how many beats I need to fit on top of each other, and I know that they need to be even. So I will just start playing one number on top of the other number, and the main thing that I'm focusing on is whether the beats are happening evenly and whether they are resolving at the top of the form that they need to resolve at. So the slower you break this down, the more precise the polyrhythm is going to be. For this one, I did slow it way down. And another thing that helps for me, and I actually teach my students this when they're working on simpler rhythms than a polyrhythm, rather than getting caught up with what thing is happening in one place, I like to take the sounds that are part of the entire polyrhythm, play them all in one place, maybe even with one hand, just to sort of simplify what the rhythm is. If we can hear a rhythm as one thing that could happen in one place, then when we distribute the different parts of the rhythm in different places, it won't seem so complex. So with this one, we're going... almost play that as one rhythm with one hand. I think somehow that's helpful. Okay, kind of a weird rhythm, but at the same time, it is now one singular thing. So if we need to break up the different parts in different places, we will still have the core of the rhythm nice and comfortable, and that's all that's really going to matter for hashing it out in the end.